Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other, they're out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization. The slashability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive, cutting mentality.
It's Brown on the wing. Celtics passing it around. Fires from deep. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. The drive by Simmons. Oh, that's blocked. And here's the break. And Tice gets it to go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute played so far here in the first.
Oh my goodness! That was special. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Now here's Simmons. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. And both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
Hayward can't hit.
Boy, patrolling.
Oh!
Boy, the quickness by Simmons, breathtaking. So good at blowing by whoever's trying to stay in front of him.
Now here's Tatum. The kick out to Walker. Hayward from outside. Rebound by the 76ers.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
The drive by Simmons.
And for a 6'10 player like Simmons to be handling the ball like that, come on, that's criminal.
Pass to Hayward. Back to Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
In the corner, Horford with it. And the three off target. Boston trailing. Back to Hayward. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense, had overcommitted, and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
.158 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Hayward. Pass to Tice. Just 5 on the clock. Poked loose. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Hayward can't hit.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
To the middle. Embiid. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, I tell you, it's pretty obvious. Embiid takes pride in and enjoys tricking his defenders and getting them to jump on the pump fake.
And Embiid drops them both. Mark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative, do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
Now here's Horford. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. Here's Harris. Got a piece of it. Pass to Wanamaker. Smart on the wing. Williams with the ball. Guarded by Harris. There's Brown with the 3.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's perfect from the line this time. Celtics trail by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Smart deciding where to go with it. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Up top, Embiid. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And Simmons slams it in. He got it up. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Wanamaker misses. To the inside. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia.
Boy, a large frame and nimble feet and great strength allow Embiid to be bully balling guys down low.
And Embiid throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul him.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Celtics trail by 11. Here's Walker. It's good. Walker's got his second bucket.
That's an aspect of Walker's game that I like. I mean, his ability to use the dribble drive and score on the move, nice.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Simmons after the basket by Boston. They grab their own miss. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
You look at Ben Simmons, and it's easy to compare him somewhat to LeBron James because he's a walking triple-double threat every game. And quite honestly, I think he's only going to get better, especially if he adds a jump shot.
Good on the second free throw. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Walker's shot is off.
and smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
Out to the right wing. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 8 points.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help. Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
The Celtics have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And the dunk by Embiid.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Outside Tatum. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Boston, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And the technical free throw is good. 5 seconds left here in the second. They get it again. Tice. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Out to Hayward. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Hayward's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Boston. The drive by Simmons.
Yeah, and you know, for Simmons to be so young, he has a great basketball IQ, and he plays to his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Brown wide open. He fires. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. Not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Tatum. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Timeout called, the 76ers. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum? Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston.
fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Buries it from about 10 feet away. And that's now 7 points for Gordon Hayward.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Now here's Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hayward can't hit.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Boston, no good that time either. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Out to Harris. For three. Richardson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the two critical positions, a 6'10 point guard and a 7'2 center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Walker. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Walker can be a slick, sneaky defender. A lot of his steals result in instant offense.
Simmons with it. Williams picks him up. Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Horford's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And stolen by Horford. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back.
Man, I love how Simmons sets the floor up. So good at spotting his teammates for high-quality shots.
Rebound by Joel Embiid.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We come back right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Richardson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. And the rejection by Embiid. Another shot. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Boston making a switch here. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, Simmons so dangerous in these open floor situations. I love his aggressiveness in getting to the right spot.
To halt the run. Tice, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Here's Simmons, and he converts the layup. Simmons got 53.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by Philadelphia.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Cantor. And no good. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, you can't give up this kind of positioning, not to a guy like Simmons. I mean, all you're asking for is to get burned if you do.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Makes it off the glass.
Boy, he's a real bully inside. I mean, you forget sometimes that Simmons is 6'9", 6'10", with nice touch. It's a nice combination near the basket.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And then Simmons slams it in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
Or the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Count that one. 69 points for Ben Simmons.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
At the top of the key, Horford. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The drive by Simmons. Count that bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Substitution for the Celtics.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.